Soraya! What a performance! Please sit down with us. From the way you danced that performance just now, I could tell that you did not start ballet 5 years ago.
No.
I think that's like more than a decade or 2 decades perhaps, or 3 decades.
It's more than 30 years.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow, it is a lifelong skill to hone.
Okay, I think
Okay,
we
we'll
need to take a deep breath.
We're gonna let you
take a deep
breathe.
breath. Yeah?
Yes, and yeah, so before we delve into this type of dance, let's check out more information about ballet first, shall we? We give Soraya some time to breathe first.
Okay, yes. So recently we witnessed the ballet performance from Siti Soraya, and now I want to ask you guys something, especially you, Kai. You are a performer as well. I mean, you are a dancer. Have you tried ballet before?
No.
No? Why? Have you ever thought, like, just it came to your mind once or twice to try ballet?
Actually, ballet was one of the dances that I've never tried before. I'm more curious now that I'm older. When I was younger, no, because I was a traditional dancer,
Yeah.
the body position of ballet is so different, it's actually counterproductive for the traditional dancing.
Ah,
So
nice.
my interest is now because I feel the zen that I want to try because ballet is a lot slower. And it used to be so difficult for me just to keep and stay in one place.
Maybe she has some kind of skills already in dancing. I don't know
Different.
if I would ever to start the ballet right now. I'll probably break
I
one
look
leg
up
or
to-
something.
But
Yeah.
you should, because we have adult classes. So
Oh.
it's, yeah, so it's for those that want to
Aliyah.
try to start to learning ballet.
We should.
We should.
We should.
And then doesn't have any ballet training backgrounds, and then and then they want to try, and then yes, we have the classes here.
Okay, how long can I master that kind of dance that you just performed? Maybe in 30 years from now.
It depends on how many hours you practice.
Oh,
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. No, I'm certainly very interested because it is great exercise.
It is indeed. All right, so before we delve into this type of dance, let's check out more information about ballet right here.
So ballet is a type of dance originated from Italy with a focus on expressing feelings and highlighting the beauty of rhythmic movements. This classical artistic dance was also introduced to Russia, parts of Europe, until finally brought by the Dutch to the Dutch East Indies in the early 20th century.
In Indonesia, ballet is one of the art forms that has become a staple of Indonesian dance schools.
Yes.
So
I mean, all
this-
mamas want their little daughters to learn ballet.
I just told Soraya before we went inside studio, a lot of mamas are sending their kids to ballet courses, but not all of them make it, right? Because it's so difficult.
It
You
is.
have to make your heart, your time, your energy, your time as a childhood where everybody else will probably, you know, when everybody else are having fun, they have to be in the ballet classes. So it's not easy at all, Kai.
I know.
Yeah.
I know a thing or two about commitment and prioritizing when watching all of your other friends get to play and you don't.
Yes.
I know. In a different field.
In a different field, yes. All right, so now Soraya is here. So can you tell us more about ballet? I mean, we've heard about ballet. We know that there are differences in ballet itself, right? So what is ballet? Or, you know, in a simple word.
Ballet is a type of performing dance that perform with a highly technical form with its own vocabulary. So it creates the elegance, the beauty, yet really strong set of movements that create the dance.
Okay, but I mean, ballet is, to me, I see is a very, very restrictive sort of dance. I mean,
Very rigid and it's set to certain positions.
exactly, yeah. So how do you interpret this?
Yes, so it's ballet require for doing the exercise, doing the movement, we have to stand in, we can say it's a bit unnatural. So we have to stand in a turn-out position. That's what creates its beauty. So we have to really practice on our core and standing still and everything to master only for standing in that kind of position. Yes, but it's a little bit of strict because we have like, I can say it's guidance, like this is the set of exercise, this is the set of movement and vocabulary that we have. But ballet itself has a really so many roots. We have French, we have Russian, with Vaganova, we have Balanci, we have many.
Classical, contemporary, perhaps.
Yes, classical, neoclassic, and then we have Bournonville,
Jazz ballet?
cha-cha-cha. Oh, jazz ballet is it's another genre, but yes.
Another genre.
Yes, so we can, if the person train in a classical ballet and then they are doing jazz or contemporary, they will somehow mix the style they have, the techniques within their body because they've been doing it for a long time.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's gonna show in the other fields.
So
Yeah.
when you
Yes.
stand up, like when you're not on a dance floor, when you stand up, do you also do the upward, outward thing when you
With
stand
the
up?
turn.
Yeah.
With the turn, we try not to because we have to counter it to relax our muscles. We don't want to stand like all the time. But usually for young ones, they start walking like this.
Yes, because I grew up in music schools and performing arts schools, and I know the ballerinas when they arrive because it's just the
walk.
body, it's their posture, and it's the way they walk and the way they present themselves. Which she's right, which makes it very unique and very beautiful.
It
on
is.
its own.
It is very.
And I just wanted to ask, right? You've already mentioned certain sacrifices. You've been doing this for 30 years. How did you decide to commit to become a ballerina? It is one thing if your mother takes you to a class, but it is actually one thing to be committed to the skill because, as you've mentioned before, it's actually very rigid and it takes a lot of practice and commitment.
Yes, I try to remember what is the exact time that I really decided this is it, this is it. But I cannot tell because it just feels so natural. I just really like to come to the classes because for me, dancing itself, it's a never-ending process. That's what makes it really beautiful. So, and then we can pull outside from classical ballet and then we can like take it to the other field. So for me, doing classes is like, it's like natural, so I just love it. So I just want to be in the class, I want to make myself better, and then there is always something new that I can learn. Like today, there is ups and downs, yes, but it never occurred to me that, oh, I think I want to stop this.
Okay.
Yes.
So how much time did you spend growing up practicing? Like how many classes a week? Is it every day an hour or 3 classes a week or every day? There's different commitments and
Yes, so usually we have, when I was a little, I think I have like 1.5 hours for ballet and then like 1.5 maybe for jazz. And then there is if there are any performance, we have another like 2 hours, so 3 hours rehearsal. So
every day?
Almost every day.
Wow.
This is prior to a performance.
Yes.
Yeah.
If we don't have any performance, it will be like less than that. Yes.
But at least 2 hours a day?
More than that.
More than that?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a kind of
2 hours a day is like.
have to follow.
Yeah.
Okay, to many ballerinas that I've talked to, they say ballet is my life. They find their life, they find their religion, perhaps on the dance floor. Do you feel the same way too?
Kinda, yes. Yes, it's like we've been doing this. I've been doing this for a long time. It just and for me, I'm really grateful that I can do something that I love and make as a work. So not everyone have that privilege.
So now you teach as
Yeah.
well, you're
Yes.
performing as well, and you still dance as well
Yes.
for habits because you just have to move every day. Okay.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, it's my life now. It's part of my life. I think I grew up knowing dancing more than others, I think.
Wow.
I love doing art, so I create arts like drawings and illustration, but it's just a side hustle. So if I'm really busy and I'm really tired of dancing, so that's my escape from the, and then the next day I will say, I will go back to the class again.
But one of the most significant things about ballet are the pointe shoes. Like, talk to me about the different levels. You obviously don't straight away start with the pointe shoes. But when is one ready to start with the pointe shoes? And how long and how do you even get used to wearing these pointe shoes and dancing in pointe?
Yeah, we used to the pain. That's what my teacher, one of my teacher. It's actually, we are not, one of my teacher told me that you practice a lot, so somehow you like you get used of the pain. Although maybe it's not painful, but for other people, maybe it looks so painful because we are standing on our feet, but it's okay with us. Yes, but there's a certain level we have to make sure that the children have strong muscles for their legs and their core, so they'll be able to stand up on their own. Because if they are not strong enough, it will cause an injury.
Yeah.
And then because we need to be very careful, especially for young dancers, because they still develop their muscles, their bones, structure. So we have really to be really careful with the young ones.
You know, I have a cousin and she also is a ballerina, and every time she posts it on Instagram, it's like her ballerina shoes and then her, you know, toes and feet next to it, and like, oh, this is so sore and all that. But I just want to ask you, you say that you are very lucky because you can do ballerina, you can teach ballet as a profession as well. I mean, how good is it as a profession here in Indonesia? Because what I know from even in the States itself, being a ballet dancer is not something that is so promising. As an income. What is it? How do you feel it is in Indonesia?
Yeah, it's really hard. It's a really interesting questions because it's a questions that everyone been asking. Are you dancing? Are you sure? So that's always the questions that they give us. It's not very, you know, for your career choice, for your future, and then how about if you want to start a family, something like that. So, but I'm very grateful that nowadays it starts to grow. So we can actually, the people put more interest in doing classes, and then they have career options. So we are not even, not only doing dances, but we have, let's say, this kid learn ballet from the young ones, from really little. And then when they grow up, I think I want to do like a stage manager or photography or
Choreographer.
Yes, choreographer or something. So it creates more opening for other jobs also, that with her or his ballet background.
That's right.
Yeah, he actually can manage. Maybe he's really good at as a show manager, but not only ballet, but because he's understand ballet. So it's maybe it's a plus point. Yes, or
That's
a business.
a good point,
It is a good point.
Yes, or a business, they want to open a studio or something. So, but they understand. Even as a doctor, maybe, so they understand how dancers' body injury and everything.
That's
so
nice.
I think that's for me. I think I like to explain that to the parents if they say that. Do you think it's good for my child for the future? I think yes. Yeah, and then, they can have fun because they love to dance, they love to move, and then they love hearing music and dancing to the music. So yeah, let them grow.
I think that's a very good point, and I think it's so important to know that there is no knowledge wasted that you earn, especially when it is. For me, the most beautiful part about any kind of dancing is that it teaches you body awareness, and I think health-wise and wellness, it will get you a long way into adulthood. I really think so, right?
Yeah.
But